what's up, creeps? This is Danny B, and you're watching The Trash Stash. And today, I'm going to be ranking all 7 seasons of the Tales from the Crypt series. Alright, so coming in at number 7 is Season 7. This was not a very good season. For some reason, they moved the show to London. And I think they were trying to go for kind of like a Hammer horror type of vibe or something, but it didn't really work. The American seasons are much better at this show. There was maybe 2 or 3 good episodes in this season. Specifically, there's one where a guy turns into a bird. That was my favorite episode of this season. Number 7 is Season 7. Coming in at number 6 is Season 4. And this was kind of a subpar season. There's one episode where a guy gets a tattoo that haunts him or something, and it's terrible. Then I looked up who the director was, and it's the guy that directed The Exorcist, William Friedkin. How did he make such a bad episode? The best episode on this season is the one with Joe Pesci. I think it's split personality or something like that. Yeah, that's by far the best episode on this season. Number 6, Season 4. Coming in at number 5 is Season 6. And this was an okay season. This had its moments. There's one episode I really like in this season where it's Catherine O'Hara is a lawyer, and she gets a ticket in this small town, and she has to go to court, and the court sentence is ridiculous. They sentence her to be whipped or something. You also got one where this guy has a split personality. I think it's called Operation Friendship. Yeah, this season is okay. It's a lot better than Season 4. So coming in at number 5, that was Season 6. Alright, coming in at number 4, we got Season 1. And this is a great season. The reason it's a little bit low on the list is because it's a short season. It only has 6 episodes, but they're all great episodes. My favorite episode is the one about pets and taxidermy. The guy retires, and then he has to live with his wife's pets. And it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. He comes home from work, he's all grumpy and shit and just wants to go to bed. And then the wife's disappointed because she was going to have a retirement party for him. So she opens the door and says, "Sorry, he doesn't want to come." And then it shows who the guests are, and it's all cats and dogs with party hats on and shit. Yeah, great season. Coming in at number 4, that's Season 1. Alright, coming in at number 3, we got Season 2. And Season 2 is a very good season. It's got a lot of classic episodes. It's got the ventriloquist dummy, which is probably my favorite of the season. It's also got Cutting Cards, which is just a gruesome episode about gambling. It's also got the awesome episode Fitting Punishment, where it's a cheapskate morgue keeper guy. His nephew goes to live with him, and the nephew seeing all the ways he cuts corners by using water instead of embalming fluid and pulling gold teeth out of the dead people's mouths and shit. And it's just what the fuck. Great season. Coming in at number 3, that's Season 2. Coming in at number 2, we get Season 3. And Season 2 is very hard to top, but I think Season 3 actually did it. And that's because it's got a few of my favorite episodes. One is the darkest episode in the entire franchise, or entire series, I mean, Ease'll Kill Ya, about an artist who kills people and then uses their blood to paint pictures and stuff like that. It's a very dark, creepy episode, and usually the Tales from the Crypt are kind of fun, kind of lighthearted, silly a little bit. This one just reminds me of kind of like Maniac, or one of those super dark horror movies. This also has another one of my favorite episodes. Split Second is the name of it. This guy has a wife and he's insanely jealous. So of course then you got like a new kid joining his lumber company. He runs a lumber company. And his wife, you know, is having sex with the guy. And then you got the guy running around the whole episode yelling stuff like, "Who's been fucking my wife?" So then he turns the kid blind. He blinds the kid. And then all the the guys that work for him, they have the boss and the boss's wife tied up in tree trunks, and the kid like chainsaws. I don't know. It's a goofy episode, but it's pretty hilarious. So that's at number 2, season 3. Coming in at number 1 is season 5. And I think this is really when Tales from the Crypt was in its prime. Like, the Crypt Keeper himself at this point was just like, almost seemed like a person. The puppeteering on the Crypt Keeper in this season was masterful. Like, I think the Crypt Keeper is probably the best animatronic puppet of all time. Maybe only topped by like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. But he's so good, you forget it's a puppet. It's awesome. And then the episodes on this season are great. It's got one of the best episodes in the entire series, Death of Some Salesman, where Tim Curry plays 3 roles and Ed Begley Jr. is a sleazy business door-to-door salesman guy. And he brings the door on the wrong house, and then he has to find his way out before they kill him. Then you got my favorite episode of the whole series, People Who Live in Brass Hearses. It's got Bill Paxton and Brad Dourif as brothers. And Bill Paxton's running around eating butter all the time, and it doesn't ever explain why. Their plan is to rob like a ice cream factory, but it goes wrong. They fuck the whole thing up, so then they're just going to rob the ice cream truck driver. And then that goes wrong, but then there's a big twist, and it's hilarious. Then you got an episode called 2 for the Show, where it's David Palmer is got his wife chopped up in a suitcase, and he's riding a train. You got this nosy detective who you can tell he kind of knows that the guy did it, but he at the same time is plotting to blame his own murder on the guy. It's an awesome episode, and it's one of the very first ones I saw on TV as a kid. Yeah, so that's season 5 at my number 1 pick in the series. Yeah, so let me know how you guys rank these seasons. Let me know your favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes. Let me know if you like the movies too, because there's a couple movies of them. Alright, you guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. This is Danny B. Thank you for watching.